friends, so today we're going to practice using one question with many different answers to structure our writing. Can you guys think of one question that has a bunch of different answers? Go ahead and whisper that to your neighbor. Good. So this is important because not only is it interesting, but it also makes us stronger writers. This first chart we're going to use for our discussion in our notes, and the second chart we're going to use for our main points to hang it up somewhere in the classroom. So we're structuring our writing using one question with many different answers. Let's think, why is this important? Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you think this is important? Good. Adeline, why do you think this is important? Yes. Different and interesting. I think this is important because it makes us stronger writers. Let's take a few seconds to think about why authors do this. You guys have came up with something to think about why authors do this? Can you guys wiggle your fingers for me? Good. Tyler, why do you think authors do this? Yes, to come up with ideas to write about. Also, I think authors do this to answer a question that they want to know more about. So, when structuring our writing with one question and many answers, the first thing that you guys are going to do is think of a question that you've always wondered about. To do this, there are some words that can help us. These words are, I wonder, what if, and why. The second thing you're going to do once you come up with a question is find answers to that question. So I'm going to have you find many answers. Let's do 3 or more answers. To your question. And then the third thing you're going to do is, the third and last thing you're going to do is make a story out of all these ideas you came up with. So use ideas to write a story. So I want to do an example. I have always wondered about is what my cat dreams about. So let's take a minute and discuss with our neighbor, what do cats dream about? Okay, go ahead and discuss that with your neighbor. hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Okay, so if I were a cat, I think I'd dream about food. So here's what I put. A cat named Dot was tired and hungry. He fell asleep and I could say anything I wanted. What did he do when he fell asleep? He went to go get cat food because he was hungry. How about you, Jane? What did you and your neighbor talk about? Okay, so we can add that into our story. Let's start over here. So after all this happened, Dot went outside. And found a dog. The dog, blank, 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 blank. Dot went outside and found a dog. The dog, what happened with the dog? Did the dog start chasing the cat? What did the dog do? So you can keep writing about that. Another thing that we could talk about, or another thing that a cat could dream about is other cats. So, Dot ran into a group of cats and they all teamed up. Then what happens? If they all team up, what happens after that? Does Dot ever find food in his dream? Does the dog get scared and run away? We can do so much more with just these many ideas. From this one question, we can form a whole story of what the cat dreams about. So, let's go over our charts. To structure our writing using one question with many answers, we decided it's important because it's different, it's interesting, and it makes us stronger writers. Why do authors do this? To come up with ideas to write about and to answer a question they want to know more about. So the first thing you're going to do is find a question you have always wondered about. You can use I wonder, what if, why. Number 2, you're going to find 3 or more answers to your question. And number 3, you're going to use these ideas to write a whole story, just like we did in our example. So when you guys get back to your seats, I want you guys to come up with your own question and find a whole bunch of different answers to it. So everyone who has a green shirt on today, you can go ahead and head back to your seats. Okay. Everyone who is wearing white socks, go ahead back to your seats. Everyone who ate an egg for breakfast today, any type of egg, go ahead back to your seat. Everyone else, you guys can get up and go back to your seat.